Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 238. It is Tuesday. Here in Cincinnati, the weather has finally shifted. It feels so good outside. We dropped, 20 degrees, I think 30 degrees overnight. It feels amazing. It's about 65, 70, I think right now, headed to maybe 75. It's gorgeous, blue skies. I have the windows open, so you can probably hear some of the sounds of summer coming in through the windows. It feels amazing. I went for a run this morning and it felt like it was back in May or June, and just so refreshing after the humidity and the sticky heat that we've been having. So what I love is how the weather is matching the topic that we're going to explore today. When I was meditating earlier, I had this image of coming out of a tunnel and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it brought me right back to what the cosmic path has been sharing, which is that this summer has been this wormhole, a time change portal, a place where all things are possible to be created if we apply no rules, if we take our hands off the wheel a little bit and just see what can happen when we're in that wormhole. So I thought we would play with that a little bit today. The title is Seeing the Light, which feels like at the end of the tunnel there is a light and we are moving towards it. And it's actually going to take us back out into something that feels really, really good. Okay, so ponderings. When I tuned into what the cosmic path, what Stephanie was sharing about the wormholes, she described it, I think my podcast was June 5th. She described it at the beginning of the summer, that we would have this 8-week, 2-month period where we would be moving through a dimensional shift, or a place where new things can be created that we hadn't quite believed were possible before. And so she called it a wormhole, which I think is such a great description. You can go back and listen to that podcast if you haven't heard it yet. But it's a really accurate way to describe what I feel has been happening this summer. When we picture a wormhole out in space, the way I see it is this sort of tunnel of stars and matter in the galaxy that this little spaceship is like moving through, and there's no controls in that space. All the spaceship mechanisms are turned off, and so the gravity and the pull of whatever is moving energetically through that wormhole is going to carry the spaceship through to the other side. So if we bring that here into this plane on Earth, this reality that we are living, how does that apply? You can feel your body as the spaceship, perhaps, and your combination of mind, body, spirit as the controls or the mechanism that's moving you through whatever this time period is, this 2-month, 8-week time period. When we are in a container that we feel can offer us something new, some could call it a portal or a wormhole, whatever you want to call it, when we're in sort of a space in between, and astrology and all of the planets are doing things that are helping with our mind, body, spirit controls, we are being pulled by energy through this period of time into whatever it is that's on the other side of this wormhole. So imagine your body, how you were feeling at the beginning of the summer, what well, it's the summer here, but wherever you are in the world, what you were hoping to experience over the summer, what you wanted to create, the shifts you wanted to see in your life, in your work, in your relationships, in your body, in your health. Whatever it was that you were tuning into at the beginning of June. We are now 6 weeks through the 8 weeks, almost 7 weeks. So we're coming towards the end of this time period, and of course it's happening right around the galactic new year and the new moon in Leo, or new moon, I don't even know what it's in, new moon next week. I need to look that up. We're entering the sun sign of Leo, which is all about fire and passion and being authentically yourself in the most brilliant possible way you can. Leos are the bright, shiny ones that we see on stages that are captivating and magnetic. When you feel that that's the energy we're moving towards from where we started the beginning of June, it's exciting. It's an exciting end of the portal. It's an exciting light that we are seeing and moving towards. When we are in that tunnel, though, it's not always possible to even see that there is an end to it, or to see that there's a light that we're moving towards. It feels like we're in, the unknown, and feeling our way a little blind and trying to put our hands against the walls to see if we're going forwards or backwards. Like everything feels sort of topsy-turvy. And that's exactly what has happened over this summer. We had the new moon solar eclipse. Do I have it right? Whichever it was. The full moon lunar eclipse. We'll have to look at it. Whatever those were. We had a lot of really heavy stuff that was happening over the last few weeks. And I saw it reflected in my life. I saw it reflected with my clients and my friends in the spaces that I hold. It's been intense. There's been a lot that has been brought forward for us to look at and to sit with and to decipher. Some of us are working on releasing old patterns, the ways that we used to limit ourselves. Some of us are creating new things. Some of us are healing our relationships, healing our bodies. Some of us are doing all of it. Some of us are doing none of it. And we've got the covers over our heads. And it's all perfect. It's all perfect. What feels important to name as we have this really powerful shift, I can feel energetically how different it is from yesterday to today, from this weekend to now. Like there's so much more light and joy available as astrology supports us outside of our planet. So no matter what you have been moving through and experiencing, perhaps take some time to be still, to feel yourself centered and grounded. And that just means sit down, close your eyes, tune the world out, and focus on what you feel like in your body. Pull yourself, your attention, your awareness, your energy, your power. Pull it all the way into the center of you. And relax your muscles and just be really still for a little while. Allow yourself to let go of whatever it is that you've been struggling to figure out, solve, decipher, understand. Give yourself a break from that, just for a little bit. Just imagine you can let all of that go. And then visualize a tunnel, just like I've been describing. Visualize this wormhole. And imagine, if we see ourselves in the process of a wormhole from the beginning to the end of it. In the beginning, it was dark and we had no idea. At the end, there's more and more light coming in. So imagine you can orient your body as you're sitting quietly. You can orient your body so that you believe you are facing forward towards where the tunnel is going to open up and take you into whatever it is you want to experience next. Visualize it that way and it will shift to match that. So if you feel like you've been moving backwards, visualize yourself turning around, facing forward, looking forward so you can see the light. If you feel like you've been upside down or spinning in circles, sit down and be really still and feel yourself land. so that as you look forward, you know you are headed in the direction of whatever it is you want to experience at the end of this wormhole. And you may not know that yet. You may just have a sort of feeling, like it may not be very clear. That's okay. Align yourself with the direction of forward into whatever this light is that you're opening towards. Just let yourself feel, I'm going in this direction. And whatever it is that's going to reveal itself to me, I trust and I know it's going to. So the only thing to do is redirect forward. Focus on the fact that there is light and you are moving towards it. And if you get awarenesses and revelations about what that looks like, awesome. Do some journaling, do some more meditation, sketch, play, write about it, talk about it. If you don't know yet, great. Sit just quietly and feel how steady you are that you're going forward. And then maybe sit again tomorrow. And the more that you tune into this direction you're going and the knowing that you are seeing the light, you are moving towards the light, it'll reveal whatever it's supposed to be. It'll take on more form and you'll have greater clarity. And then you're just going to be at the end of the wormhole and you'll just be like stepping out into the light. There's this great story. I'll wrap up with this. My friends were in from New York years ago when our kids were little. We went to Kings Island, this amusement park that has a water area. and my friend and I, we're such grown-ups. We want to do all the slides. So we went up with our kids, and it's my favorite slide in the water park. Although it's been a while, so maybe there are new ones. But it was always my favorite. And you sit on a mat and you slide down through these dark tunnels and twists and curves, and there's all this water, and then you splash at the bottom, and you're racing 2 other people. So there's 3 tubes. So we all line up to go. We get in the tube and we start going down. I'm loving it. It's like the best ride ever. And you can see whatever color tube you're in. You can see the color of the tube. So it's like yellow or orange, or I think it was green. You get to the bottom. So we're all like splashing out at the bottom. My friend stands up. She's like, oh my God, that was the scariest thing I've ever been on. I couldn't see a thing. That was a terrible ride. I can't believe we did this ride. She was totally like so upset. And then she put her hands on her head to see where her sunglasses were, because she thought they were on top of her head, and they were sitting on her eyes. She had gone down the slide with her sunglasses on, so she couldn't see anything. It was like pitch black. Oh my God, we laughed so hard about that. She thought it was the scariest ride ever, and it was because she forgot to take her sunglasses off. So... We're so silly, humans. We make such fun mistakes, and then we get all stressed out, and it's really just an adventure. So perhaps take off the sunglasses. Maybe you've been going through this wormhole with your sunglasses on. Take off the sunglasses. There's light. It's coming. It's straight in front of you. So tune into that. And then allow it to just become a little easier, a little more fun. Right? It's been intense. So maybe we let some of the intensity go. All right. It's Tuesday. It's so good. So good. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.